What's goody? It's your girl Esnova, the Universal Donor, and I would like to welcome you back to Stiletto Empress Tarot at s.e.tarot99. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. They are definitely appreciated. So go ahead and tell a friend to tell a friend. That way we can all be friends over here, all right? All right. Lately, I've been liking to give a little bit of a opening word for the dates. It is July 22nd, and the subject is a wide sweeping grace. Isaiah 44:22. I have swept away your offenses. God will do the same with our sin and blunders. There's no mistake he can't mend, no wound he can't heal. God's mercy heals and redeems the most painful places in our soul, even the ones we've hidden for so very long. His mercy sweeps away all our guilt, washes away every regret. So many regrets, so many things I do differently, God. Tell me that you can forgive and heal me. Thank you for your mercy and grace. So pretty much just know that there's nothing too big for God. No matter what you're going through, no matter how things may seem, no matter how bleak they may look, go with your faith, go with your higher power, go with what keeps you strong. You know, we are in 5 retrogrades right now, which is actually a lot. 5 being the number of instability and change. Also, Mercury, concrete and conscious mind. And we are in Mercury retrograde right now. 5th house being romance, attachments, love affairs, things of that nature, self-expression, creativity, art and drama, children, pleasure, play, speculation. So Pluto retrograde is to examine power struggles emotionally, detox and release, and face your shadow side. Neptune retrograde is to get in tune with your spirituality, reevaluate what inspires you and helps you move forward. Saturn retrograde is for you to review and reflect past issues, be mindful of how you move and the things you say, and practice self-compassion, aka forgiving yourself, and then ask God, your faith, the Most High, for forgiveness, and it will be granted to you. Mercury, mind your words, prioritize self-care. Once again, practice self-compassion, and be patient. Nothing is going to happen overnight. Learn the art of reflection and compassion. Chiron is to turn your pain into strength. Allow yourself to heal. That is the number 8. Make the change, do the work, receive the rewards of God's mercy and grace, of a higher faith, elevation within the Most High and yourself. So, this is a collective read, all signs included. Father God, the Most High, ancestors and humans alike, I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right? All right. About to get it poppin'. First card out. We got the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. That is usually resting, healing. I'm getting the 3 swords. 3 swords above is heartbreak, trauma, different things that have hurt you. I'm getting the 1 sword as the bottom, as the Ace of Swords, the truth. Reflect and realize the truth. Learn to addressed your past issues, okay? That's Saturn retrograde's lesson to you. Reflect on past issues, relationships, learn to forgive, learn to heal, turn your pain into strength. Give yourself that grace and mercy. Ten of Swords. Understand that you are healing from a betrayal, but the end can also grant a new beginning. I'm going to clarify this a little bit more in this line. Allow yourself to heal from betrayal. Sometimes to heal, you have to forgive yourself. And by forgiving yourself, you have to forgive others. So many regrets, so many things I do differently. Maybe somebody backstabbed you, or you could have possibly done something. We just got to see, but either way it goes, grant yourself grace and mercy. Because if you don't have it for yourself, you can't give it to anybody else. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. What did I just say? That one sword, Ace of Swords. And somebody is holding back from understanding this major lesson. You cannot give grace and mercy if you don't have it for yourself. That healing is important. Six of Wands. That is the reward of healing. Accepting the truth, making the change, and do the work. Somebody is releasing the bird. To me, that bird is a burden. Let it go. Let it go. That way you could move forward in the, how do I say it? Let it go so you can move forward as the winner you are, with the honorary title that you have. That is deserved. The High Priestess. Understand the truth and what's not seen. Use your intuition and know that there are people there. They might not necessarily be people that you can see. They might be spirit guides. But if you look, just as you have the praying hands while you're healing, there's somebody else. There's two nuns on the side of that High Priestess that are in the background praying for your healing as well. You're not in this alone. Others want you to release that burden as well. So don't run from the truth. Don't run from the truth of what it is, because you'll be missing out on your rewards and your blessings. But know that somebody got you. Know that God got you. And He may have sent helpers, those you cannot see. He knows the truth. He knows what's up. He knows what you went through. So take a minute to just heal. Heal from the betrayals. You're healing from the betrayal. I feel like you're currently in the process, and the truth shall set you free. Ace of Pentacles. That healing is going to allow you to go on a new phase or adventure of abundance. We got two godly cards out here. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody doesn't want to face the truth that God is going to grant you that abundance and that home, that emotional home, once you heal. You'll be emotionally whole again once you heal. Once you take the time to heal. Rest, self-reflect. 10 of Swords. 3 of Pentacles. See, as you're working on yourself, I keep seeing 2, 2, 2. Even here, the High Priestess, 4, 3, 2. And each card has 2 people. 2 people right here, 2 people right there, 2 people in the back. You're being covered. Your spirit guides are with you. While you rest and heal and work on yourself and deal with self-discovery, they're with you. Whether you see them or don't. 4, 3, 2. Ace of Swords. The Devil. In reverse. You're being set free from this. That's the truth. And people don't want you to. They want you to stay in this energy of despair, of loss, of tragedy. They want you to always believe that you'll be heartbroken and things won't go in your favor. They want you to always believe that, but that is not so. That is not so. They do not want you to believe that you can do better. They do not want you to believe that there is better. And you know what this is also giving me? If I turn it right side up, because it's like this. Ace of Swords, the Devil in reverse. If I turn it right side up where the Devil's facing the right way, you know what that says? That says the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Don't believe this is the end for you, because it is not. Their angels, your angels, are here, and his demons are no match for any of them. So don't run from the truth. Embrace it and know that you're covered. 6 of Wands. Judgment. Judgment is being called. Judgment is being called. Judgment is being called in honor of you against those that try to stop you from working on yourself and backstabbing you. They wanted you to be in this energy of heartache and not knowing what's going on so they can take from you. You're supposed to be distracted by gluttonous things and monetary value and lustful energy. It's like this it just keeps coming out. You're not supposed to be building. You're not supposed to be working on yourself. They didn't want it to be a team effort. They wanted to distract you. People were preying on your downfall behind your back. People were waiting on your ending. They were hiding the fact that they wanted you to be bound to a life of dark energy and negativity. But judgment is being called and you are being reborn. That's what I get with this baby. Judgment is being called on those that try to stand against you. And you are being reborn. High Priestess. Four of Wands. You're being cheered on. You will have that harmony, that Four of Wands, Four of Swords. You will have that stability, boundaries, and protection. What did I tell you? Your emotional and family home, that side of you, it will be restored. Your roots, your foundation, your support system, it will be restored. All these cards were two people. It's so crazy. Because these people were waiting for your ending, but you had backup. You had helpers. They were waiting on your ending. This guy looks mad. But while you were doing the inner work and searching for yourself, trusting your discernment and being intuitive, there were people also helping you as well. And there were people that were sent to distract you from working on yourself so you could be bound to all the negativity that they are. Judgment is being called on these people. And look at the birds. You're being set free from this. The white bird's over here. The white bird there. You're being set free from all of this. You will, your guides, your ancestors are making sure that you are restored and made whole. You were supposed to be put down and backstabbed on purpose. And now people are trying to run from the truth. People are scared of the truth because God knew anyway. Therefore, if he knows, you already won because you were covered. You intuitively knew, but you didn't speak on it. But you were covered. He said, don't even trip. I got your back. People definitely couldn't wait for your downfall. Definitely couldn't wait for your downfall. Their judgment is you being happy and whole. You getting back everything you lost. Everything that they attempted to take from you by trying to distract you from working on yourself. And while they're bound to this lack and tried to call judgment on you for their dark energy, they will witness balance come back into your life. Along with your stability, your boundaries, and your protection. Because now as a high priestess, you know that. Your stability. You're stable sitting there. Your boundaries. They can't get across that water. The moon is there. The secrets and truths are out. And your protection. These two nuns. And they didn't know it. They did not know you were being protected. They didn't know what was behind the veil. They didn't know that you had hitters too. They're not the only ones out here that can pull some stuff. They're not the only ones out here. You see that man back there? It was seen what was done to you. And what's that on that side? It's 3 swords on that side. And then it's 7 swords on the other side. So this cloaked energy saw the heartbreak done to you for that 3 of swords. They saw the lies, the deceit, the betrayal, the thievery that was supposed to take you down. That cloaked energy was God. It was your higher ups. They saw it all go down. That's why you're being rewarded. That's exactly why you're being rewarded. And you're being set free, just like that bird. Because you were never supposed to find out the truth about those preying on your downfall. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Ten of Wands. They wanted to keep you burdened. You see that castle back there? That's home. They wanted to take your stability, your boundaries, cut down your boundaries and your protection. They wanted your new beginning in exchange for their old one. And they thought that they could win over you by praying for your downfall behind the scenes. And also be seen as the victor, living in your light, living in what is for you, while you took on their burdens. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. The Hermit. Once again, that 10 of Swords, that man and our woman back there. They didn't know. They didn't know that the Most High and your ancestors saw everything. They thought nobody was paying attention, but they were. Because this takes place in the darkness. They're in the darkness with that star, that light. You were supposed to be blind to what was going on, but you knew. Even in the dark, you knew. And God knew too. Ace of Swords, Devil in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. They will not be taking anything from you. Everything that was taken from you will be given back. And that's the truth. And they are burdened by having to witness you receive everything you deserve from afar after they 10 of Swords you. Look, that's the same man. They're burdened by having to witness you get back everything that was taken from you. I'm trying to see if I can hold this right. The truth is coming out about everything they did to backstab you, to be in your place. And they are burdened because they have to witness, just like they witnessed the Three of Swords on the Three of Swords at your chest, your head, your head, your neck, and your back. Just as all of that heartache, trauma, and betrayal was witnessed, and they lied, cheated, and stole and deceived everybody about who you were, they're definitely burdened by the truth coming out of them being a fake. You see that horse over there? Because they know. They know you're about to get everything that you deserved. They're burdened because they have to witness you get everything you deserve. They cannot destiny swap with you. That horse, that man, they cannot take any more from you. And they are burdened by having to watch you receive your inheritance, the life that you were rightfully granted by the grace of the Most High. Judgment, 6 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. See, while they were so busy trying to steal your inheritance, while they were so busy trying to steal from you, working on taking what's rightfully yours, you were working on self. You were working on self. Even when you had nothing. Even when they tried to distract you from that healing. Even when they came up with a plan to take from you. To carve themselves out to be you. You were still working on self. And you knew. You didn't have to see it. You knew it, and so did God. You knew that they were preying on your downfall. Trying to live in your shadow. Trying to live in your energy. Trying to live your life. And they're being judged for it. They're being judged for trying to live in your light. Last card. 4 of Wands, High Priestess. The Hangman. And now everybody knows. Everybody knows how they preyed on your downfall, emotionally and possibly physically. And they gotta surrender, and they're being punished for it. They're being ridiculed for it. They wanted that to be you. They prayed to sacrifice you. While you were finding self, inner guidance, being of conscious mind. They were praying that you be sacrificed and ridiculed and shunned so they could take your place and be seen as the ones who deserve what was granted to you, which was peace, balance, harmony, protection, and stability. What's on the bottom? The Hierophant. Your placement is solid. Your placement is solid. Nobody can take that from you. They wanted to be seen as you. But your placement is solid. Even when you're not looking, even when you're not there, it's granted to you. They cannot carve you out. They cannot just say, oh, I am the anointed one. I am the chosen one. I am a healer. I'm a high priest and or a high priestess. I am of spirituality. I am a Hierophant. They cannot just carve that out. And that's what they grouped up to do. They were praying that you would never find out. They were praying that you would never reach this level of inner consciousness, self-knowing, intuition, discernment. Look, you see how he got the nail in the hammer? You see how he got the nail in the hammer? You see how they got this concrete piece right here? They couldn't do it. They tried to look like you. They planned to be you. They planned to be in your energy, but it could not be done. It could not be done. Because they don't have your heart. They don't have that love. That's God-given. They don't have the truth in them. They're not grounded like you. They're not stable like you. They don't have the love like you. These three cards give me, if Jesus could buy love, he never would have had to go to Calvary. You cannot buy love. You cannot buy true spirituality. Even if you planned, even if they planned to seem as gifted and anointed as you, it never would have worked. It never would have worked. Folks be doing some of the craziest things, y'all. Somebody that is truly anointed, you cannot take that away from them. That's not a title that you get from man. That's a title you get from God. That's a title you get from the universe. People love to sit here and try and pretend that there's something that they're not. But judgment is always going to be called on a fake. Judgment is always going to be called on a phony. You can make yourself look like the emperor, but you're not. You can try and sit tall like the high priestess, but you're not. You can try and recreate the image of a hierophant, but you're not. That love is not there. That truth is not there. Ain't no truth in these people. That groundedness and that stability is not there. The only ace that I haven't seen is the Ace of Wands. You want to know why? Because you didn't have to take no action. It was done for you. You had angels. You had God. You had spirit guides. You had ancestors working on your behalf. Like, baby, are you kidding me? You could never, you will never. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many masks you wear, how big you try to make yourself seem, how fake you are. You could never. Because God, the spirit guides, ancestors, they always know. They see you. They see you. They know what you're doing. Somebody should feel real stupid right now for ever trying to play this game.